Okay. Um, I mean, it looks like you got him to move all right. I don't think if the feet don't need to stick, you know, it's however you got him to move is fine. Let's take a look in the my file. You should make sure all of your files are in one project and put all your scene files in your scenes directory, your source images files in your source images directory, and then set your project before you open the file because you have stuff split in different folders here. This must not be the right file. It looks like you've referenced your environment into your rig file rather than referencing your rig into the environment file. So that's doesn't do much good because the point is to keep a clean rig file that you can use in different scenes. Yeah, and the camera I think you need to rework because I think you're not going to want the camera unstepped for most of it. Um, or any of it, maybe. Just changing that to auto to see what that looks like. Well, maybe that first one should be stepped. So that first one's a cut, I guess. Maybe that's auto. Hmm. So I think if you're going to do this, you need to give more action to the character in the chair. You can't just have him sitting there sleeping or whatever he's doing. It's not really. I think it sort of feels like a bit of a cop out. The pose is really good that you've got there, but you just need to have more action and more poses, and not just have a character sitting still. Regarding, just so you know, I think it's fine in this particular case that I guess you moved the main control. I mean, the reason I'm so adamant about that is people use it to do a walk, and then it's useless for a walk. But for something like teleporting, it's fine. But if you did want to move it you just select. In this case, since you have, are you in IK or FK? Oh, you're like partway between the two. That's no good. This should be either on 0 or 10. 0 is FK and 10 is IK, but you have it on 1, which is really weird. That's not a good place to be. Yeah, okay. Oh, here you have it on FK fully, but it needs to either be 0 or 10 or quickly transitioning from 0 to 10, but not on 1. Um, so, yeah, that's not no good. Let's select the other one too. I just have auto keyframe on, so. And then the next one, yeah, also should be on 0. And then if you want to switch to FK, you can. you know, or IK, but yeah, you don't need to. Just leave it in FK the whole time, unless you. But I mean, although I would say for something in a chair, if you want the hands to be planted on those, that is where you'd want IK. Because the problem is, if I move this at all, the hands just go through the chair. What you'd probably want for this kind of pose, you actually would want it to be on IK. You'll have to replace, the hands in position. I'll just show an example with one. Um, take your time getting the pose right, but so here, and then you'd have to adjust the position of the pull vector to get the elbow pointed the way you want. So you should have like a layer for your set. Anyway, something like that, and then just take your time getting this exactly placed. But the point is then if he moves around, the hand stays planted, which is next to impossible to do in FK. So I think you should just have it in IK the whole time actually, which means having these controls at 10 the whole time. You can there's the other one. You can just delete the keyframes and then put them both to 10 and then move them around, with IK. I think you'll be much better off. But yeah, and then I think the other big thing is give this character more to do when it's sitting in a chair. You can't just have him sleeping or sitting still. But other than that, it's looking pretty good. What else did you say in here? Yeah, I think for a teleport, it would be the one exception where it would be fine to move this. But the point is, if you did want to move it, otherwise you just select anything that's IK in the root, and then move the character. Oh, I guess you have to do the pull vector locators too. But see, you can move the whole character that way also, and you don't have to use this. But the reason I say never move the main control is that people use it when they do walk, and then the feet slide around, and the feet never stick on the ground, which you need to have them stick for a walk. So, but in this case, for teleporting, it's probably fine to move that.